26 in home goals against, 31st in home save percentage. It just seems like you guys play a different game at home than road, and tonight is an indication or no?
We don't try to.
No, I know.
I think it's, I don't know, hard to say.
Okay. What happened after the last game? You guys started off obviously very well, and then you wanted to have a great game tonight, or you wanted to have a great game?
Yeah, I mean, I think first period, I mean, I think we had some good looks, and they were able to stay with us there, and then they got one, first shift. The second couple, I didn't see how the goal ended up going in, but we had we just didn't execute a couple of things. We didn't have our some of our systems in check there on that shift, and yeah, I mean, it was kind of like bang, bang, bang after that, and then all of a sudden you're down 5-2 pretty quick, and after that they just kind of punted pucks out in the neutral zone. So I thought we, give credit to their goalie. He played really well. Obviously, he lets the first shot into the game, and then turns around and plays a pretty good game. So yeah, we had some looks. I mean, I don't know what the final shots were, but I know we had some really good chances in the third, and we just got too far in a hole.
Thank you. Difficult one, especially response to the last game, just having two bad games at home. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not a good thing to lose two in a row, but it's over now, and have to move on and get back to a win column on Saturday.
As players, do you try and look at different things that you guys didn't do well, and is there something you saw at all, or?
Yeah, we're probably gonna watch the video and see what's going on there, and we're smarter after that.
Seems like these last two games you guys have had some turnovers in the defensive zone that have led directly to goals. Is that something where it's mistakes you're making on your part, or is that just good forechecking on the other side?
I think it's both. They're good players against us too, but we have to be careful with the puck and make the right plays at the right time. So yeah, we don't want to turn over the puck in our zone, but sometimes it's happened. But I mean, try to avoid those and clean it up a little bit and play a little more simple. But yeah, sometimes it happens.
You guys have a good record at home. The goals against and even your scoring as a team, like these are more revved up games. And is there anything you see that's happening here? I think you're 26 in home goals against and 31st in home save percentage. It just seems different than you are on the road.
I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to say. I think sometimes it goes that way. Maybe a couple of bad bounces and it leads to the goals, but I don't know. It's hard to say.
Thanks, Miro.
Thank you.
There. I don't know if you guys look at the numbers, but I think you're 26 in home goals against, 31st in home save percentage. Games here seem to be revved up as opposed to games on the road. And I don't know if you see anything. Do you guys play differently, or it just happens that way?
No, I mean, structure's the same no matter where we are. I think there's a few rules that change just because you're playing in a system thing. But there's games where as a goaltender you might fight it, you might be a little different. But then there's games where it's just bounces, and I feel like Jake and I kind of look at each other at times, and we're just like we're in the right spot, or D's in the right spot, and it's a ricochet, it's a tip, it's off a leg right to somebody who's wide open, and for whatever reason it feels like it's a little bit worse on home ice. We got to battle through it. That's the way it's going right now, and if you look at numbers, I guess I haven't really dived into it that much, but Jake and I want to be better. Obviously, that's always what you want to do as a goaltender, regardless if you get a 1 goal against or 6 goals against game. You want to be perfect every night, and we strive and push each other for that. So there's no lack of effort. Just find a way to battle through it. We're good.
We talked. Oh, go ahead.
The last couple of games, you've had some pucks going off of your defender sticks in front of you. Is that just puck luck, or is it's just a bad string this time of year?
I'd love to break it down, but I think before I got beat clean in Washington, maybe 10 games into my season, I don't think I had been beaten clean. It was a kind of way you break it down. Should have had it, could have had it, and would have had it. And there's been a lot of would have. If we're doing the right things. I mean, even the one I get in there and Hawk tries to block it, gets a stick, it knuckles and goes back the other way. Miro tries to block a pass, tips it in on Jake. As a hockey player, those are going to come, and it's very annoying when it does happen. But you got to find a way to get through those bounces. And unfortunately, I guess on home ice we've had the bad side of it.
You got 3 more left in this homestand. How important is it to, especially with this standings tightening up the way they are?
Yeah, every game's tight and important, especially as we come down the stretch here. I think there's no lack of feeling in the room. We want to be playing our best hockey as the season comes to a close, and that's what you want out of each other. And we give one away the other night, and obviously tonight, tip your hat to Alan. He kind of did what I did in LA. There, you get the first one, and you find a way to shut a team out. But just come back. You got to play. You got to wash it. That's the way it goes. We're pros. We'll be all right.
Thank you. Thank you. You guys wanted a good answer from the other night, and it got the goal.
Yeah, the frustrating thing is we came out and got the first goal, and then you'd like to think that's a good sign and you can build on that, and instead we really we're flat for a big portion of the rest of that period for sure. Dug ourselves a hole, and unlike San Jose and some of the other places where we've found a way to dig ourselves out, we didn't tonight. But if you're gonna play that game, you're not gonna be able to do that every night. So, we kind of got what we deserved.
Second game in a row where you guys have had some goals against based off turnovers in your own zone.
Yeah.
A combination of beating yourselves or good fortune
Yeah.
from the other side, or?
No, I mean, the turnover goals are something you have to eliminate, especially this time of year, and the guys know that. So, you've got to eliminate the recklessness with the puck. There's no place for it. We didn't do it against Florida. If you don't eliminate that this time of year, you're not going to win.
I asked earlier about just the difference with home goals against and at home.
Yeah.
Looked it up. I think you're 31st in home save percentage.
Yeah.
We know that. Is there an indication? Is some of it fluky, or is it
Yeah.
at home that some of these goals?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to hang this on our goaltenders tonight. I think this was a collective effort loss by everybody. So, I think we can all be better at home.
I asked you this morning about tinkering with the defensive pairings. Third period, you threw everything in the blender. Was that just trying to spark something?
Yeah.
Were you trying
Yeah.
to try some things out?
No, I think we were just trying to find a spark. We put Wedgie in, then we switched the lines and the D pairs, just trying to find some type of spark tonight. And on some other nights it's worked. We found a way to get a goal. I thought if we could have got one, even on the power play at the beginning of the third, I thought, we might have grabbed some momentum. We've been pretty good in those situations, but, to their credit, they didn't give us one.
On paper, you guys have the easiest schedule down the stretch here. Is it concerning to you that maybe there's not enough games that guys really get up for
Yeah.
because they're not that playoff intensity?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, the easiest schedule for me doesn't mean anything. Yeah, we would be foolish to, take that and plan anything around that. I mean, you've got to go out and win these games, and you got to give the other team a proper amount of respect, or anybody beats anybody. And we're smart enough to know that. So strength of schedule for me doesn't matter this time of year. It's you've got to be playing your game at a really high level for really long periods of time. Okay. Thank you.